Good afternoon. My name is Richard Freeman, and I am the President and CEO of Robert Wood Johnson Hamilton, and it's my pleasure to welcome you here today. Earlier this year, we launched Project We vs. C, a collaborative initiative that will be focused over the next 2 years. Every one of us has likely been touched by cancer in one way or another. When you receive a cancer diagnosis, it's important to have a great physician and a trusted cancer center on your side. At RWJ Hamilton, we complement our clinical expertise with holistic healing practices and nature-driven amenities that play a vital role in our patients' journey to recovery. Project We vs. C evolved with conversations about RWJ's Hamilton's holistic approach to healing. Through our existing relationships with the Grounds for Sculpture, Roxy Ballet, YWCA Princeton Breast Cancer Resource Center, emerged an idea of taking the stories of 22 breast cancer survivors and creating a unique multimedia performance. I would like to acknowledge and thank our wonderful partners at the Grounds for Sculpture and Star Catering Group for all that they have contributed towards this project and towards making this event a success. I'd also like to thank our partners at the Roxy Ballet Company and the very, very talented artists from around the region who came together to create the set for this performance. They're here today, and their original art is up front here, and you'll see it behind. And by the way, they are for sale. One is already sold, so you have to quickly put your bid in and buy your art. Portions of that art sales and all the art in the gallery, portion of it will go back to our cancer center. We will continue our journey with many other clinical initiatives. We are expanding our cancer center with an $8.5 million investment with the purchase of a state-of-the-art linear accelerator for radiation treatments to complement our brand new 3D mammography unit. In just a few moments, we will begin breast cancer, personal stories of triumph. The multimedia performance produced and choreographed by Mark Roxy with original music by Robert Maggio and Matthew Hardy. It takes more than just a great doctor and a patient fighting for his or her care to succeed. Beating cancer takes a strong community, and that is what this performance aims to show. Getting ready for a world premiere collaboration of dance, music, art, and theater to celebrate the lives of 22 cancer survivors. To them and to all the survivors with us today in the audience, I wish you a very happy National Cancer Survivors Day. It's today. But first, I'd like to especially acknowledge the following people. All the folks in the pink t-shirts. We have well over 110 volunteers who worked over the weekend, who really put in so many hours to make this event possible. Mark Roxy and the Roxy Ballet, who choreographed this beautiful performance. Robert Maggio, who did the composition, and Matt Hardy on the lyrics. Special thanks to our vocalists and our set designers. Finally, I'd like again to recognize the cancer survivors who worked tirelessly to create this performance and share their stories with us. Please enjoy this inspirational and emotional show. Thank you very much.
Courage, compassion, control. There are many words that begin with the letter C. Challenge, cupcake, chandelier. Some start with a soft C. Cellular, center, celebration. Some start with a hard C. Corner, clump, captain.
But the word with the hardest C of all,
Cancer. The C word, there's no denying that the C word is terrifying. Don't want to say it,
don't want to hear it.
keep it away.
doctor I had was more new school. Bad news or good news, he would call me over the telephone. So when I finally got the telephone call from him, his voice sounded very jolly. And I said, oh, maybe everything turned out okay. But then he said, I'm sorry, it is cancer.
Time stands still, your feet can't find the floor. Your stomach drops, a slap, a shock, forget what came before. You only see what's right in front of you, the rest becomes a blur. Who you were, your world is different. Doctor speaks, you hear the words, but wonder what they mean. You stepped into a foreign film, and you're starring in the scene. You want to stop the cameras, call the writers, fix the script. But this is it. Your world is different.
Emotions just hitting me in the face. I would lay awake at night on my bed, holding my head in my hands, thinking about my family, my boyfriend, my new nephew, and I would sob, I don't want to die. But then I shut the emotional switch off, because you have to go into action mode. After that, everything is just a blur, and you just go step by step by step.
Put one
yoga and have been blessed with a couple of yoga teachers that have inspired me and changed my life forever. Throughout my treatments, yoga was the best medicine. I practiced religiously.
Searching for stillness, but I keep thinking about my illness and it's freaking me out.
I've tried to focus on two things: caring for others and making a difference. Those can be fairly demanding things when in the scheme of life, and I found that I had to be proactive many times. I've had to be, and that I also need to really and truly live my beliefs and goals. In that regard, it also means that I have to be willing and able to meet challenges, including cancer. With this mindset, I made a difficult decision, actually. As a person in her 30s, mid-30s, I enlisted in the Army Reserve. It was at a time when we were just recovering from Vietnam War, and it was about close to 1980, and I was also in my mid-30s, as I said, competing against people who were young recruits, more than 10 years younger than I. That was quite a task that I had to put my mind to accept that challenge, and I was fortunate to be able to conduct myself and fill all of the requirements, so that after I completed basic training and I went back to my own unit and to resume my activities there, I was very blessed. I had some unusual recognition. I started as Captain Arnold. Well, I ended as Captain Arnold. I started as Private Arnold, and I became Captain Arnold in record time.
I made it happen as a captain in the Army Reserve. I had the nerve, I had the verve, I had desire to serve. I was the king of boot camp. Watch me run with a gun, and then I'm jumping out of helicopters. Ooh, that was fun. But I had one bad landing, and that was it. I cracked my back, I put in traction, my reaction. Shit, you'll never walk, said the doctor leaning over my bed. Did I cry? Oh no, not I. I just looked at him and said, tough nuts. What you means? I'll never walk again. We'll see. Tough nuggets. You get what you get. Life is hard, but it hasn't begun yet. Tough nugget. That was just the first time that I broke my spine, but no worries, because everything turned out fine. Second time was on the Pennsylvania Turnpike. 13-car pileup. Yikes! Yikes is right. They used the jaws of life to cut me out of that wreck. I had 7 broken bones, including my neck. I saw the skin from my hand on the seat next to me. I picked it up and put it back just where I thought it should be. As I was airlifted out, I told the EMT, give me your phone, got folks at home who are expecting me. He followed orders, dialed the number, held the phone to my head. My friends were freaking out. So this is what I said, tough nugget. Don't you worry about me. I just need some stitches and some therapy. Tough nuggets. You get what you get. Life is hard, but it hasn't begun yet. Hey, horrible things happen. You can moan and groan, sit at home all alone and brood, or you can have a good attitude and stay positive. Say, I got a lot to give, I got a life to live, and it can be transformative. Tough nugget. What will be. I don't want pity, don't want sympathy. Tough nuggets. You get what you get. Life is hard, but it hasn't begun yet. I've got the big C, but I'm not scared of cancer. Cancer should be scared of me. Tough nuggets. You get what you get. Life is hard, but it hasn't begun yet.
There's a lot of good information out there, but you have to be careful where you look. My two sisters are both survivors, and I talk to them all the time, and they always tell me to watch. They always tell me to keep away from the computer.
How are you? You hanging in there?
Just waiting on lab results so the doctor can let me know what's going on. And since I had a couple of hours, I thought I'd just pop online and do some research.
Whoa.
What?
What? We know that you have questions, and we know that you want answers, but there are many stages and many kinds of cancers. So take those burning questions and put them on ice. Turn off your computer and heed our good advice. Don't Google till you know what you got. Take a lesson from Pandora. You're better off not knowing what's inside that box. You can learn a whole heck of a lot. Surf an Internet Explorer. But what you got is not
it's my husband's 44th birthday, and I had planned this huge birthday party for him. So I'm in the shower, getting ready for the party, and my hair starts to fall out in clumps. So I go over to him, and he's sitting in his office in our house, and I say, I think I need to shave it and wear the wig to the party. And then we go into the bathroom, and he's holding the clippers, and I can see his hands and face in the reflection.
As my husband shaves my head, suddenly it hits me. Wow. He sees me in the mirror, but I'm not his beautiful wife anymore. I'm his patient now. Goodbye sex, goodbye intimacy. Hello cancer, I can see what you're taking from me. Here comes cancer, 23 years of marriage, still had a crazy physical love. Now I know that's gonna go. Cancer, hello.
I would get chemo on Wednesdays and Fridays and leave work early just so that I could be home before my daughter got there. And then I would get shots for my white blood cells because I work with the public, and by Monday I would be wiped out.
My kid gets home from high school, teenage drama going on. But cancer is first in line. So she storms into her bedroom and shouts from the other side of the door, go to sleep, Mom. I'll be fine. Goodbye chats, goodbye quality time. Hello cancer, got a beat, no denying that I'm facing cancer. We used to solve all her problems together. Now we get home and go straight to bed. And a day, and all I can say is cancer. Hey, goodbye fun, goodbye wine, goodbye dancing and staying up late, goodbye braids, goodbye highlights, goodbye blowouts, haircuts and hair, goodbye memory, goodbye immune system, goodbye train of thoughts, peace of mind, a drink to unwind, goodbye sexy lingerie. Some things you lose forever, some things just for a while. Even so, let 'em go. Cancer, hello. Cancer, hello. Cancer, hello.
Although at first I thought I had a supportive partner, after a few months of being diagnosed, I realized he wasn't. He wasn't there for me when I needed him, and he was more concerned with himself and what he wanted to do. The cancer finally confirmed that we were parting ways, and it was hard, but I'm glad to say goodbye, boyfriend.
I used to wonder, were we drifting apart? I used to wonder, was there room in your heart, or were you sitting there with one eye on the door? Now I don't wonder anymore, 'cause the cancer confirmed it. The cancer confirmed it.
Okay. I used to have all kinds of different colored wigs and shapes and sizes, and I used to match my outfits. And when I would go to work, nobody would ever know who I was. And when my husband came home, he says, "Who is this?" I used to have a blast with my wigs.
10 days after my first treatment, my hair was looking pretty thin. I had a wig ready, boring brown Betty. She's fine for blending in, but I'm tired of being boring, tired of blending in. So I went out shopping, got me something eye-popping, and tonight I'm gonna give it a spin. I've done all my treatments just like I should. Don't care if I'm tired, don't care about cancer. Going out and I'm gonna look good. I'm gonna rock this wig as long as they get. You think you seem sexy, well you ain't seen nothing yet. Watch her rock that wig, going down on my bum. You won't believe the woman I become when I rock this. I rock this. I rock this wig. Another round of radiation, and I've worked a double shift. I miss my eyelashes. I'm feeling hot flashes. I could use a little lift. I've done all my treatments, but the day isn't done. I gotta get groceries. I gotta run errands. You know I'm gonna make it fun. I'm gonna rock this wig and bomb into red. I'm a superhero with this wig on my head. I'm gonna rock this wig and platinum blood. As I'm pumping my head, see how the truckers respond. Watch her rock that wig, making everyone smile when they see this gorgeous guy strutting down the produce aisle. Watch her rock that wig, baby blonde, but I ain't done. You won't believe the woman I become when I rock this. I rock this. I rock this wig. Who's that taking out the garbage? Oh my God, I think it's Cher. Who's that redhead with Kim's husband? Is he having an affair? Who's that walking her dog? Looks like Marilyn Monroe. Honey, I'll be turning heads everywhere I go. I'm gonna rock this wig and put some lashes on, looking like I just came from the beauty salon. I'm gonna rock this wig in red and black. I'm wearing this one out and there ain't no looking back. Watch her rock that wig, she's a superstar. Folks are taking pictures while I stand on my car. Watch her rock that wig, my motor starts to hum. You won't believe the woman I become when I rock this. I rock this. I rock this. I rock this wig. My husband stayed with me 4 hours during my chemo. The doctors and nurses told me that they love him because he stayed with me most of the husband. They come and they leave. They come and they pick them up. He took vacation and sick days to be with me. It means a lot to me. It means he loves me.
It sucks, the fact that I have this cancer growing inside me, but I still feel lucky. Lucky to have my wonderful husband right by my side. He's the last person I see when I close my eyes at night, and the first person I see when I awaken each morning. Whether we're out for the evening, going to doctor's appointments, which we do a lot of these days, or just relaxing at home, in bed when we can. We try to spend as much time as possible together.
Where they serve Bloody Marys in an old mason jar. But there isn't much parking, probably a wait list. If we don't get a table, we'll be stuck at the bar. Or maybe this afternoon, we could catch a movie at the Lowe's in New Brunswick. Maybe see that new one starring Charlize Theron. But it is the weekend, which means lots of children who will talk through the movie as they text on their phones. So what I'm thinking instead is we stay right here in our bed, lying here with you, watching shadows sliding down the wall. Quiet conversation I could spend forever, lying here with you. We could go away for a weekend escape, rent the honeymoon suite, if just for one night. But I'm a bit germophobic, you know they don't change the blankets. Have you seen what they look like under ultraviolet light? So what I'm thinking instead is we stay right here in our bed, lying here with you, playing footsie. Maybe that's not all. Who needs a dumb vacation? I could spend forever lying here with you. We've been in love for 30 years. There isn't much we haven't gone through. It's been a good life, and I can say there aren't many things I haven't done that I still want to do. Lying here with you, watching shadows sliding down the wall. Quiet conversation I could spend forever, lying here with you. All I want to do is lie right here with you.
Vanity was a concern of mine at first, as well as the multitude of questions that I would be asked, especially at work. I work for a fairly large company and have been there many years and see a lot of people every day. So slowly I started taking my wig off, showing more and more of my bald head, until finally I got rid of my inhibitions and got rid of it completely. And it was great because people then knew that I was okay and it was okay to be bald.
Free ahead, feel the sun on your skin. Free ahead, let that sunshine in. The breeze dancing round your ears, every trouble disappears. The dark sky clears and
It took a while for my hair to grow back, and even though I had a lot of fun and didn't mind being bald, I didn't think I wanted it to last forever.
Well, with all of my external bravado, after a few surgeries, I took a little look in the mirror and decided I didn't think I could ever wear a bathing suit again.
I'd finished my cancer treatment, my hair was growing back, but it was super, super short, and it was supposed to feel normal. I had this new body, it was a whole new landscape that I needed to learn, and I was supposed to be doing it in a positive way, but honestly, it was going to take some time. After my mastectomy, I didn't let my husband see me with my top off for a year and a half. It's a lot of time. Can you imagine all of that hiding, all of that shame? It was as if a huge cancer had grown between us. But out of that grew something incredibly beautiful.
To learn who I was, the person I'd become. You had to give me some time, understand where I was coming from. We had to learn about each other and the couple we would be. We had to figure some things out with brutal honesty. God knows. Today to learn who I was, the person I'd become. I had to give you some time, understand where you were coming from. Here we stand face to face as the couple we are now. Not one thing I'd replace. I renew every vow. God knows we're not perfect, made mistakes along the way. Couldn't wait any longer, we had to get stronger, and here we are today. This is a whole new love story, sweeter than any kiss. So much more before we were close, but nothing like this. I was your lover, but now I discover I'm also your very best friend. This is a whole new love story. Don't let it ever end. Don't let it ever end.
When I first started working at the Breast Cancer Resource Center, we had a room for women to try on their mastectomy bras. And it was a big open room. It was pretty clinical, and it had a lot of light coming in, and women had to take off their tops, and they had these big scars. And it brought me back to a time when I had to be fitted for my mastectomy bra before my reconstruction, and I was ushered to the back room of a lingerie store. So I'm sitting at my desk, and I'm fantasizing about creating a space for these women, a special space that would make them feel beautiful and whole and sexy again.
We need a sexy bra room for getting our mojo back. The healing won't begin till we're feeling feminine. We need a ba-ba-boom room, Victoria's Secret style, with stripes of black and white, softly lit by candlelight. Sister, you know a nice feathery bow will lift you out of your slump. Come out of the rain, have a glass of champagne as the music starts to bump. Sexy bra room, step into a red stiletto heel. We're bringing back sex appeal, sexy bra room. Dance in the light of the chandelier, bust that body, 'cause you're a goddess and you got power here. Whether you're 78 and on public assistance or a Princeton mom, everyone deserves to feel like a woman. A sexy bra room feels a little bit like home.
Hard act to follow a little. 10 years ago, 10 and a half years ago, I was on a cruise with my husband in the Caribbean. It was beautiful. I felt miserable. I actually felt like shit. When we got back, my first message was from the cancer center, and they were telling me that I needed to redo my tests. My next message was from my gastro doctor, and he wanted to talk to me. That doesn't sound good. Shirley, I don't think it's gallstones. I see tumors. So having gone through stage 2 metastatic breast cancer and all that goes with it, it was back with a vengeance. It was my total right lung, my spine, top and bottom, my right pelvis, and my left humerus. And I'm not even going to tell you how much time they gave me. We looked at each other and laughed, my husband and I, because it was so overwhelming you just couldn't absorb it. I'm still on treatment, and better yet, I'm still here.
Unfortunately, my breast cancer returned after 9 years, stage 4, incurable. The doctors say they have medicine that can help this for some time, but they can't give specifics. I live with a lot of unknowns now, and some days are harder than others.
Start messaging a friend, but you can't finish the text. Tears come too quick, I've turned into a crier. When suddenly I'm overcome with the strangest desire. Gonna clean this house, look at this place. The clutter needs to go. Gonna clean this house, it's time to face the piles that only grow. Open closet doors, dig through drawers no one's touched since God knows when. Cleaning house, I'm in control again. And I can tell you what my husband's gonna say. You're being morbid, only dying people throw their stuff away. But I don't agree, it's not about that. This house has gotten out of hand, and I'm taking it back. I'm cleaning house, I'm doing what I always used to hate. Cleaning house, out of my rut in a transcendental state. As I organize, I close my eyes a moment and then. Cleaning house, I'm in control again. Never anything more beautiful than a shelf with nothing on it, or a closet with a line of empty hangers. It feels good to be a little OCD. I'm cleaning house and suddenly I'm free. Yes, I'm cleaning house. Can you believe all this junk we've got? Cleaning house helps me see what's important and what's not. Take these old receipts, these nubby sheets, dead potted plants, some ugly pants, books no one reads, crap no one needs, throw them out and then I've cleaned this house, I'm in control
I learned so much from this. I learned that life is short. So now I just do what I want to do. I like to travel, so I travel. I like to shop. If I see something I want, I buy it. Life is so short. I just love my family. I kiss them any chance I get, and I tell them I love them every day.
9 months, that's what it takes to make a life. 9 months since I went under the knife. And then I went through it, the pain and the fear. Yeah.
saw me through it, and I'm in his debt. Yes, God helped me through it, and I won't forget those 9 months of struggle. They changed me, they made me. I'm stronger, I'm fearless, more grateful, more patient. If something needs doing, I'll find a way. I don't put it off, I get it done today. 'Cause I have clarity, I'm not thinking of myself, I show charity. I help somebody else, I found clarity. And I can see this life is bigger, so much bigger than me.
It's bigger than one person. It's bigger than one life. It's more than being a mother or somebody's wife. It's bigger than my family. It's bigger than us all. This life is bigger, so much bigger.
What a great performance. You are a fantastic crew. Inspiration to all of us. Thank you so much. I want to personally thank Mark Roxy for his choreography. He, worked day and night making this happen. He did such a fantastic job. And we have some bouquets that we want to give out. And I also want to thank, and I know she's likes to be in the public, but Diane Grillo, behind the scenes, has really made an unbelievable effort to make this happen. And I can't not acknowledge the brains behind the operation. Lisa Freeman, my wife. I think everybody knows all the effort she's done to make this happen. I love her, and she's done a fantastic job. And we just have some flowers for our survivors. And I want to again congratulate and thank all the survivors in the audience, because you are our inspiration as well. So thank you so much. I think we're still, the Healing Gardens are still open, so please enjoy. Is it raining out there, Brian?
Yeah, we're a little light on Healing Gardens.
What'd you say?
We're a little light on Healing Gardens.
We're light on the Healing Gardens, I'm sorry to rain. But enjoy the rest of your day. There's still the gallery that we have some artists, so please enjoy yourself. And good to see all of you and hope to see you again next year.